Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking a tour up here to North Scottsdale, and sitting right behind me is one of the top selling brand new communities here in Metro Phoenix. And what I mean by top selling is that they are already over 75% sold out before they've even completed one building. So today we're gonna figure out what's going on. We're gonna tell you why that is. We're gonna figure out why it's so popular. I'm gonna give you as many details as I can on the community. And we're gonna try to figure out if you might be a good fit for any of the remaining homes. So if you think that might be helpful, then stay tuned. Hey guys, what's up? It's Greg Corbett with the Living in Phoenix, Arizona team. And today we're gonna take a look at Portico, which is a brand new luxury condo community right up here in North Scottsdale. And if you're considering a move to Scottsdale and you're looking for something that could offer you the best of the best when it comes to location, layout, and design, then these might be worth taking a look at. I had a chance to visit the sales office this week to get a lot of my questions answered, and so I'm going to do my best to share that with you today. But as you can see behind me, they are still in the beginning stages of construction and there are no models. So I'm going to do the best I can to kind of share the vision of what their goals are and hopefully try to figure out if it's right for you.
All right, so let's jump back over to my office here. I've got some notes that I took when I went over to the sales office, and I want to give you guys a few details on what's going on. So number one, I wanted to kind of explain as far as timeline. So for any of you who are looking at something like this, if you're looking for a condo and you're interested in what that means for you timeline wise, I think the first closings aren't due until August of next year. So August 2024 is when the first anticipated building is supposed to be closed and they actually can get people in. And then going into probably the end of 2025 is when they anticipate the full project being complete as far as just the condo community. What I'm going to show you is all the details around, like when it comes to the surrounding area and all the details around that as well. So let's get into that. All right. So number one, let's talk about location. I'll bring up the map here of Scottsdale. I've got Scottsdale highlighted in red. And what we're going to do is go ahead and zoom in up towards the north part of the 101 freeway. Again, we are in North Scottsdale, just on the Phoenix-Scottsdale border, and we're going to go to Scottsdale Road, and it is right north of the 101 here between the 101 and Legacy Boulevard. So you can't really get a good idea from this image here. So let's go to the satellite, and you can kind of see some of the older images. This office building was recently built, and then this parcel right in here is all the stuff that's currently under construction. And I'd say right here is where they've got Portico currently under development, and we're going to kind of talk about these other areas as well. And then let's go ahead and bring up this map right here, because this is a map that will show you all the points of interest of what's going on around Portico. So obviously you've got a good location where you're at in North Scottsdale, but what's around you? Because that's important as well. You're right next to kind of where the Greyhawk community is. So Greyhawk's gonna be just north. You are just to the west of like DC Ranch and Silverleaf. That's gonna be over off of Pima over in this area here. You obviously have a lot of the entertainment districts going on in North Scottsdale between Kierland and Scottsdale Quarter, Scottsdale Air Park. You've got the Mayo Clinic right here. You've got on the Phoenix side, Desert Ridge, City North, the JW Marriott, all those things. So there's a lot of things right in the proximity within 5 to 10 minutes of where the Portico location is. So now let's bring up the site plan. And this is the type of info that's going to be difficult to find online. So this is a lot of the information I'm going to try to dig up for you guys. So if you look down here, this is kind of looking like we were looking on the map. So the 101 is at the bottom here, and you've got Scottsdale Road. And then this little tiny rectangle here is where Portico is being built, and it's these 9 buildings. So this building is actually 2 buildings divided by a little fitness center here, but you got 9 buildings that are currently under construction. If we go back to where I was standing at the beginning of the video, I was just on the other side of the fence here, and this other building is a an apartment complex that is currently under construction, and then you've got, so this would be luxury apartments, and then you've got the luxury condos right here. But these are all kind of facing east out towards the McDowell Mountains. So now let's take a look at it from a different angle. If you flip it, then you've got, this will show these three buildings up against the back wall. These are the ones that are going to be facing the east side. All of these buildings are going to be facing the McDowell Mountains. And then you've got these four buildings right in the center. Again, the clubhouse fitness center attached to the pool area here. And then you've got the largest buildings that are going to be on the west side. And so this can kind of give you a general idea of what it looks like. All of these buildings are 5 stories tall, and the bottom floor is going to be kind of a parking area, and then you've got the 4 stories of units built on top of that. All right, so now that you guys have seen the site plan, let me give you the vision. And this is a video that you cannot get unless you actually go and visit the sales office. So you do have to make an appointment to actually go in and watch this. This is not found online anywhere. So this will kind of give you the renderings that they put together as far as, you know, and they did a good job of like really kind of dialing in what is actually surrounding it. So this is all the land behind it currently that is wide open. You got the McDowell Mountains behind it. So you've got the 3 buildings that kind of back up to that. These 4 buildings, there's actually going to be the fitness center that kind of is right here. So that's why you can see that little pass through, and then the pool. So let's kind of cruise through this and you can kind of get an understanding on how this will all come together. This is the vision that I think most people want to see, to kind of see how this is going to be put together. So you can see how 5 stories tall, and then here's kind of an interior view. You can kind of look at what the views will look like outside. And again, I had to shoot this video from my phone, so it's not the perfect video, but it's the best way for me to kind of share this with you guys, since there's no other way to share it with you currently. But the idea is to kind of give you a little bit of the finish level, what their vision is overall, what this should look like. As we're going through this, you guys, I would love to get your feedback and love to get some info on if this is helpful at all. So let us know down in the comments below. Give us a yes, give us a no. Let us know if there's any other communities that you would like to see this type of info on, but we definitely want your feedback. We appreciate it. All right, so now that you've seen the vision, let me bring one of the renderings back up here, and this would be what the majority of the buildings look like. So all of these would be, 7 of the 9 buildings are going to have these 8 units. So that's 2 units per floor. So there'd be 1 unit on this side, 1 unit on this side. Again, 5 stories total, with the bottom story on the ground level being for parking. So there's no underground parking. You come in on the bottom floor and then you go up. So there's no ground floor residences. You're going to start on the 2nd story, go up to the 5th story here, and then you can kind of see how large the patios are for all these type of residences, and then you're split down the middle with the hallways and the elevators and the storage and that type of thing, to kind of see how you can be a little bit separated from the side to your other neighbor, and we'll talk about that later as well. Now let's talk about floor plans, because you can go onto the website and you can kind of see what floor plans they're building. And if you kind of go and explore a little bit, you'll see that, you know, they have anywhere from 1 bedroom up to 4 bedroom plans, starting around 1,100 square foot up to about 2,700 square foot. But you got to know that like a lot of the things are already sold out. Like I said in the beginning, they're 75% sold out, or over 75% sold out currently. And so all the 1 bedroom units are gone. So you do have 2, 3, and 4 bedroom options left, but you also have to look at buildings too. So don't pay as much attention to floor plans. It's hard for me to really get into that right now. Just kind of know the general size range on what you're looking for, and know that at this point you're going to be starting in the 1,600 square foot range for a 2 bedroom up to the 2,700 square foot range for like a 4 bedroom plan. So let's go back to the site plan here to kind of explain what I'm talking about. So all of building A is completely sold out. If you go to building B, there is 1 unit left that's available in building B. There's 1 unit left that's available in building C, 2 in building D, and it kind of gets sporadic throughout that. So there's like 2 to 3, there's maybe 1 building. I think if you go to like building F, there are 4 units available in building F. So it's going to be building by building on what things are available, what floor plans available, and that type of thing. That's why we're trying to pass along as much info as we can and then have you guys reach out to us for specific details. Another quick note, you guys, if you are looking or thinking about making a move to Scottsdale and you'd like a one-on-one consultation with us, make sure to reach out to us. You can contact us below. We also have a link that will book you a Zoom call for a one-on-one appointment as well. And it will really give you a full guided tour on what we can offer you if you're thinking about making the move here to Arizona. So let's go over a few other details that might be important to you guys. One thing that it was important to me was understanding who the builder and developer is. And this is put together by the Belgravia Group. This is a company out of Chicago that has a very long resume of successful condo units and building condos in the Chicago area. Now they're coming out to North Scottsdale, but that past experience, I think, bodes well for anybody who's coming in and looking at believing that somebody knows what they're doing and putting together a good project and knowing that the quality is going to be there, the design detail, everything that's important when you're looking at a luxury condo complex, knowing that the developer has that experience to give you what you want and know that that value is going to be passed along is important. So take a look at some of the details regarding the Belgravia Group, but I wanted to pass that along. Another thing that I think is super important for anybody who's looking for this type of luxury and this type of quality is making sure what features are included, where you're spending your money, that type of thing. And I was impressed with the presentation they put together. And you can kind of see the details in some of the photos. You never actually know for sure what's included versus, what's kind of an upgrade. But based on what I could tell, it felt like they were giving everything included was what you should expect when it comes to a luxury condo environment. You can go through a short list of features here on the website when it comes to, some of the stuff they talk about when it comes to the appliance packages, the wood floors, 10-foot ceilings throughout, and, all of the things that you should expect when it comes to a luxury environment. You're getting that. You do have the opportunity to personalize to a certain extent as well. So there is an opportunity to make a few upgrades here and there, but you should expect high end at the beginning when you're going into this. All right, let's go back to the site plan here, because I think one of the other important details about the community that you need to know is just kind of the surrounding area. And this is where it gets a little bit unknown right now, because what we do know here, and they have it under construction right now, so we got footage of this, and we know this is going to be luxury rentals. So that is going to be kind of a luxury apartment complex. And I believe they've got either this one scheduled for another luxury rental or this one as well. So I think there are 2 that are currently in the works in the community. And then a lot of the rest of this stuff is to be determined. We know this office building is here, so that's in place. But some of the rest of the developments, it's supposed to be mixed use as far as some commercial development, some retail, possibly like a restaurant. And then you also might find maybe a little bit of office space, that type of thing. But all that for now, most of it is to be determined. So I feel confident that, with the growth and development, what they're putting in there, you should be in good shape, but it is something that's a little bit unknown right now. And then let's go ahead and bring the map back up here. So not only do we not know 100% for sure how this is going to come together, but there's also a big piece of land right behind here. This is another area that could be developed in the future. It's just kind of unknown and up in the air right now. But all these units within Portico, all these buildings that kind of look out to the Medal Mountains, right now they're just kind of looking at this vacant, empty space. And at some point, this could be developed again. So who knows what that plan is, what it could be, but that's something for people to know. Could add value to the community later on. Could be a potential, something that could be a potential issue as well. And then one other thing I wanted to mention, let me bring one of the floor plans back up here. I thought these were extremely thoughtfully designed when it comes to how they're laid out and how it's going to affect you from a neighbor perspective. So for example, if you look in the top kind of corner here, this is one of the buildings, and this is, I think, 7 out of the 9 buildings kind of have this kind of layout where you've got side to side, you've only got one side shared wall with the neighbor. And then if you kind of go in and look at how that separates, a lot of that separation in between is like hallway, storage, elevator space, that type of thing. So you really don't have a lot of shared wall with your neighbors. I think it's a very kind of small amount with how it kind of breaks down. I think you might have like a little bit of a space here, like within the hallway, going into like the laundry room and that type of thing on this side, where you actually have a shared space. So with that, and even with that, they're going to have a lot of insulation in between the walls here, but you're not going to have the shared wall type of thing, and so you shouldn't have any kind of noise. So you feel like you're separated from your neighbors, even when you're very close to them. And then the other thing that I wanted to bring up was, I talk to so many people who are looking to downsize, and a lot of it is, people locally even looking to downsize, but we obviously have a lot of people coming in from other areas that are looking to downsize as well. And this community kind of allows you to keep, all of what you're typically looking for and not have to get into too small a space. And so there's so many other condo communities out there that really limit you when it comes to space-wise when you're looking for that luxury environment. This still gives you an opportunity to keep a little bit of space that you need and don't feel like you're completely having to give up everything you own and still have all the things you want in this type of situation and environment. So I really like that they do have some floor plans that get a little bit larger without going too crazy on the price situation. So overall, I thought this could be a good fit for all the conversations I have when people are looking to make the move here to North Scottsdale and are looking for this type of environment. I feel like there's a lot of things that kind of check the boxes when people are looking around. All right, so after going through that, I think the question becomes, do you think Portico could be right for you? And is there any other info that you need to know? If so, then reach out to us. That's what we're here for. If you need any other info regarding pricing, other potential homes that are available, HOA info, what future things could be surrounding that, all that info could be changing between now and when you watch this video. We're going to have that dialed in for you guys, so make sure to reach out to us. And if Portico is not right for you and you want to know about other areas around Scottsdale or North Scottsdale, make sure to check out this video coming up next here, or reach out to us and we can kind of guide you in the right direction.